John Lennon. Peace in America. My new shirt. Got it yesterday. Wearing it today. Not a big John Lennon fan, Beatles fan, Paul McCartney fan, but not a big John Lennon fan. But they had one in the big man size, and I liked it. And peace, everybody. Okay, this is my response to Jay, a Blu-ray collector, 1971. And he had posted a community chat yesterday about he had posted on Facebook a few days ago in one of our groups that he has watched Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 17 times. Since I know he's seen it in the movie theater maybe twice, maybe more, I don't know. And when it was released on 4K and Blu-ray, he picked it up and just been obsessed with it. Which is fine. Everybody has their favorite movies, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just something he latched onto in that film that he liked. But his question was do we have films that we've watched multiple times over the years that we watch regularly because we for one reason or the other we like it, and why we do it. And I thought about it last night after his video, and there's really one film. Well, there's several films. It falls into a couple of categories. There's the seasonal movies that you have to watch every year. Just like Christmas time just passed, we all watch It's a Wonderful Life. I don't know how many times sometimes I don't watch it throughout the year, not pick it up around April or May and say, oh, let me watch It's a Wonderful Life. It's more of the holiday, you get that feel for it. And then like around Easter time, you want to watch the Ten Commandments or Ben-Hur or The Passion of Christ, something like that you want to watch. So, but for me, the film that I watch maybe, now I haven't watched it, admittedly, I haven't watched it in a year. But I usually watch it twice a year or more, is Casablanca. That is my favorite film of all time. I can't tell you why it is, but I can tell you why. Ingrid Bergman, I fell in love. When I first saw Casablanca, I seen it on TV, with the commercials and everything like that back in the day. And I wasn't into it then, but there was something about Ingrid Bergman in that film. Her look, the way her face, she was so beautiful in that film. And I think I just fell in love with Ingrid Bergman in that film. She played Ilsa Lund in the film, and I fell in love with her. And then I liked Bogey's performance. But I wasn't in love with the film. I think I was more or less in love with Ingrid Bergman at the time. And then I remember going to the mall. I want to say the Galleria Mall in Fort Lauderdale. I believe it was the Galleria Mall. They had a Sears in there, and then Sears in their entertainment section had VHS tapes. And that was the first time I bought Casablanca, was on VHS. It was there at Sears in the mall. I believe it was, or maybe it was JCPenney's. Yeah, it might have been JCPenney's. So I bought it on VHS and I watched it a couple of times. The cover was nice. It was the color photo of both Bogey and Bergman staring at each other with Rick's Cafe in the background. And I watched it several times where I fell in love with the movie. just watching it, uh, just the whole, it was magic, really. And then to kind of find out the backstory of the movie where they wanted Ronald Reagan to play Bogey's part and all that, which that film wouldn't been Casablanca with Ronald Reagan playing Rick. But I just like how everything was shot, how everybody just was at ease with each other in the film. They worked well together. Peter Lorre had a thing in there, so that became my favorite film, and that's one I watch regularly. And now that, because I'm talking about it, I might watch it tonight. I kind of wanted to do a Rocky thing. I've watched Rocky before several times. That's another one I've watched several times over the years. I actually saw it in the movie theater when I was 10 years old. They actually let me in to watch it. But yeah, Casablanca, great film. Claude Rains. It's where I became familiar with Claude Rains. He is one of my favorite character actors. I guess you want to call him a character actor. Anytime I see him in a movie, just like Ward Bond, I go nuts. Oh, hey, it's Claude Rains. I just love the way he acts in these movies. And in this film, he is so funny. And Dooley Wilson sings As Time Goes By and Knock on Wood. Great numbers in that film. So Casablanca for me is the film I watch regularly. And I could say I've probably watched that movie maybe 30 times, 40 times since the 1980s. It was when I've watched it since then. Like I said, there's seasonal ones like It's a Wonderful Life I watch. North by Northwest is another one I watch regularly. That's one of my favorite Cary Grant films. One of my favorite Grant Hitchcock films. I don't know. That's the one run I'm really obsessed with. I watch The Wizard of Oz every so often. I have several copies of it. I have an old Snapper case DVD of it somewhere, and I have a little box set DVD box set with postcards and such in it, and then I have a big 70th, I think it's the 70th or 75th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz big box set that I watched. Not getting the 4K, but it looks beautiful, and I've watched that every year. Watch it with the kids. Used to watch Willy Wonka every year. Kind of a ritual because those are things that carried over when I was a child. So because they would be on certain times of the year, so you would watch Willy Wonka, you would watch Wizard of Oz, you watch It's a Wonderful Life. The Ten Commandments every time around Easter time comes out. It'll come out. But those are the kind of those are the films, I guess. But Casablanca is my obsession. I love that film. It is my favorite film of all time. Even though Bogart is probably my second favorite actor from the Golden Age. Cary Grant's my favorite first number one actor. But Casablanca, man, that's just a great film. Sidney Greenstreet. Like I said, I watched that movie over and over again. But like I said, the reason why the initial reason was because of Ingrid Bergman, the way that film was shot. I actually fell in love with her. I actually found a book, a biography of hers back in the late 80s, and bought it and read the book on her life. And that all stemmed from that. So yeah, those are the films I obsessed. Star Wars is another one I watch. I always watch, which they call The New Hope now, episode 4. I watch that quite regularly as well. That's because that was the first Star Wars film I ever saw in the movie theater back in 1977, and it holds a lot of memories. And I have I had the original theatrical cut on DVD. It came in a special package, so I watched that more than I do the special editions. Just because I'm old school, I guess. I don't know. So, anybody want to join in this chat? I guess Jay has a Quentin Tarantino fetish. It's just fine. It's good. It's all good stuff. Tarantino doesn't really put out bad movies, and they're really good. I'm fixing to do, after watching these Rocky films, do a Quentin Tarantino marathon where I'm going to watch all his films. I'm waiting on getting Death Proof because that's the only one I'm missing. Just the films he directed, not anything he produced or written for, like Natural Born Killers or anything like that, or True Romance. I have True Romance at the house, but yeah, Jay, keep it up. Just watch what you love. Just watch what you love, man. That's all that matters. I watch Casablanca. I put it on. My wife goes, "Why, you watching that again?" Hell yeah. Claude Rains is in it. Humphrey Bogart. Ingrid Bergman. Sidney Greenstreet. Peter Lorre. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with them being in the film, and that's why I love it so much. So, anyways, thank you for watching. Comments, thumbs up, whatever, for the 5 people that watch my films or videos. And I'm glad you're all right from my fall the other day. The phone fell into a bag. I'm glad y'all are all right and made it back to this. So, see you on the flip side. Bye.